Hello guys, I hope you all are good. So let's start with making drawings in Autocad and we will start with line command. So you can start any command in Autocad by two different ways. You can either see commands on panels on there, you can see on there, or you can use its command equivalent. You simply have to click on this line icon on line tool. You can also use its command equivalent line or command shortcut L and press enter. Okay, and you can simply press enter to start the line command. So let's type L and press enter, and here we also have this line command. Now after starting command you will notice that this command line will show in bold letters and the name of the command or the command equivalent of that command, and also instructions that you follow to make a geometry. So in first case let's make a rectangle of 50 mm by 70 mm. Okay, so we will go to line tool. So it's prompting you to specify first point. So click anywhere in the drawing area to specify first point. And here we have it. Now make sure that this polar tracking and object snap is turned on for making this rectangle. We will learn about this status bar later on. Let's now move our cursor on the right side and enter the length of 50 units. So we will simply type 50 and then press enter. So here the line of 50 units, and you will also notice that this line is will be very small in size or very large in size. So you need to zoom out or zoom in order to fit the line in our drawing area. Now we will make a line in upward direction and you will see the green tracking vector like this. That simply means your line is completely vertical now. And enter the distance 30 mm and press enter. Okay, here we go 30 mm. Now move towards left and again specify next point, or we can also insert distance. So we will again type 50 here, press enter, and then we will close it like this, and then press, and to exit line command we will press escape key. Okay, or for close the rectangle command we will simply type C on the command box. Okay, and it will close the complete rectangle, and it's very simple to use then. So using line command we make a rectangle and it's very simple to do. And we will make rectangles by other method. Option, you can click on this, yes, zoom extent option, and now you can bring it here. We can also move UCS in drawing area, and in order to bring it directly you can click on this zoom extent option right here. Okay, and now you can bring it here like this. Okay, so now we will again make a rectangle of length equal 20 centimeter and width equal 10 centimeter, and this time instead of using direct distance we will use the coordinates. Let's go to line command and let's start the rectangle from origin. We will have to specify the first point as 0 comma 0. So we'll write 0 comma 0 and then press enter. Now you will notice that cursor snaps automatically to the origin. To specify second point, which will be somewhere at this place over here, and we know that length of this line should be 20. So the value of x should be 20 and value of y should be 0, because its distance in y direction is 0, is completely 0. So I will type 20 comma 0 and I will press enter. So it will take the line as 20 units from here to here, and we have this line of length 20 centimeter at this direction. Now we have to make it in upward direction, so we will simply use 20 comma 10 and then press enter. Okay, so our next point is specified, and then we will type 0 comma 10, press enter, and then we can simply close it. And to exit command, we will simply type C here and click enter. Method of coordinate will not work if you select any other point. So this method is known as method of coordinate. And method of coordinate will not work if you select any other point instead of origin as the starting point. Let's do this again. As we start our rectangle from here, then we type 0 comma 20 and press enter. Then you can see that this will show the point in exact 0 comma 20 position instead of starting this at a point. So know the origin. If you are not making any geometry from origin and you are making it from anywhere randomly in drawing area, you will need to use relative coordinate system. And it's so easy, you only need to use an add sign before coordinates. Let's make another rectangle. For that, select line command and click anywhere in the drawing area and just type at the rate 10 comma 0, and it will show up here like this. Now AutoCAD will assume this point as origin, and now it will make a line of length 10 unit. If you want to make a line in upward direction, you need to again type address 0 comma 5. Then you can see that again make a line of 5 units in upward direction with its last point as origin. So whenever you will add an add sign, the origin will shift to point where you have clicked. So this is origin. So this is origin. We have to make a line of 10 unit from here in left direction. So we will simply type add minus 10 comma 0 and press enter. And now we will close it like this and press escape key to exit this command. This system might be confusing to you. Don't worry about this. We will practice it later. You can always come to this lesson after practicing some of drawings. There you will be able to use some relative coordinate system quite easily. So it's an intro of line and also an intro to making a geometry with absolute and relative coordinate system. Let's make a line or geometry using polar coordinate system. Okay, so let's make a line or geometry using polar coordinate system. In the polar coordinate system, we make lines which are inclined to certain angle called polar coordinates. Let's say that we have to make a simple line which is inclined to an angle of 30 degree with the length of 5 unit. So there are couple of methods for doing that, but we will use simple polar coordinate method here. So let's start with line tool. For this, click on drawing area. As I told you, we have to make a line including an angle of 30 degree. For that, click on drawing area and then type angle sign which is present in the right side of M. Then press this key with holding the shift key. Okay. Type angle which you want this line to restrict in and then press enter. Now move your cursor and you will find that line is restricted to for that type angle sign here which is present right of the M key and press this key with holding the shift key. Okay. Then type angle which you want this line to restrict in. So we will type 45 and press enter. So you can see that this line is restricted in 45 degrees. Then simply enter length and press enter. So we will enter this length as 50 units and then press enter. Okay. There are many other ways of make a line. If you want to make line using single command, type at. It is related to relative coordinate system. Then enter length. Let's make 30 and then press angle sign, which I have already told you, right beside M with holding shift key, and press angle in which you have to restrict that line. Then press enter it and again enter it to adjust it to exit. Okay, so for this way we have the format as length, and then the actual angle in which you have to restrict the line. Okay, so let's make another drawing with using this command. Let's click anywhere in the drawing area. Let's click here, and firstly we will type the distance. Let's type 80 units, then press angle key and then press angle. Let's make 60 minus 60 degree angle, and then press enter. And this is the length of 80 units with the angle of 60 degree from the line parallel to the horizontal axis. Okay, so this is all about the rectangle command. So let's move to the circle tool. So in the circle command, I will tell you about circle command of AutoCAD. So we will start with the center and radius. So for this, the command line prompting us to specify center point of the circle. So we will simply click anywhere on this drawing area, and we will simply insert the radius here. So let's insert radius 20 units, then press enter. So that's the circle of radius 20 unit. Okay, so let's talk about the second flyout of this circle. This is center diameter. So in this we simply have to click anywhere in the drawing area, just like that. The command line is prompting us and we will simply type diameter. Let's type 50 units diameter here, and that's the circle of diameter 50 units. Okay, so I will place it here, and now we will go to its third point, the 2 point circle. So for the 2 point circle, we have to simply select the 2 points, any 2 points, to be the tangents of the circle, and the circle will be formed by going through these 2 points which you have selected over here. Okay, so let's make a 3 point circle. 3 point circle, we just have to measure the first point, and we have to enter the second point, and we have to click on the third point like this. So our circle will be formed with its 3 point. Okay, so let's talk about tangent and radius. So for this we have to simply select the two intersecting points of the circle or the tangent point of the circle and radius of the circle. So simply click on here. So let's go to radius, tangent, and radius. So let's click on it. In this, the command box is prompting us to specify a point on object on first tangent of the circle. So we will just click on here. This is our first tangent, and it's also prompting us to select the second tangent of the circle. So it's the second tangent, and now it is prompting us to specify the radius. So we will type the radius 60 here and press enter. It's the circle of it's the circle here in which these 2 points are tangents of the circle, and this is the center, and this circle is of radius 60 units. And now we will make a circle of tangent, tangent and tangent. For this we have to just click on first point which we have to make tangent, click on this point which we have to make tangent, and click on third point which we have to make tangent. Our circle will be completed. So this is the whole circle tool. I hope you enjoyed it. So let's move again on arc tool. Arc, it is a part of the circle. The arc have these many flyouts here. It's, or we can say the arc have these many options here, like 3 point arc, center, start center, and start center and angle, start center and length, start and an angle, start and direction, start and radius, center, start and end, center, start, angle, center, start, length, and continue arc. So firstly we will talk about 3 point arc. Let's make a rectangle to make it clear. Okay, so this is our rectangle. So let's make a 3 point arc firstly. For make a 3 point arc, click on this 3 point arc and specify first point and specify second point and specify third point of the arc. So it is simply the 3 point arc. So let's talk about the second part of the arc, which is start, center and end. In this part of arc we have to simply select the locations of starting point, the center point and the end point of the arc, just like we have doing before. So this is our starting point, this is our center point, and this is our end point here. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about start, center, and angle. So in this part of arc, we have to select the start point, we have to select the center point, and then we have to select the angle. Okay, so this is our start point, this is our center point, and this is our angle which we have to select it. So just select 60 degree and press enter. So this arc is made up of 60 degree from here to here. Okay, let's check it. Make a line from here to here and here from here. Okay, so let's angular angular this is 60 degree. Okay, this is 60 degree. Okay, so let's move to start, center and length. In this we simply have to make a start point, a center point, and the length of the arc. And the length of the arc like this. Okay, so here and here we will talk about start and an angle. Like here we will select start point, we will select end point, and we will also select the angle of the arc. Okay, and start and then direction also. In this type of arc we can easily specify the direction of the arc. Like first we have to select start point and then end point, and then we have to select the direction like here or here, here or here. Okay, so let's talk about start and radius arc. Let's delete these all arcs here for our easy. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about start, end, and radius arc. It's prompting us to make a start point and prompting us to make an end point, and then we will easily specify its radius. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about center, start, and end. We have to firstly select the center of the arc, and then we have to select the start point of the arc, and then we have to select the end point of the arc in which we have to end it. Let's talk about this type of arc: center, start, and angle. So in this type, firstly we will click on center point, then we will click on start point, then we will click on end point. Okay. Then we will also talk about center, start, and length. So for this, we have to firstly select a center of a circle, and we have to select the starting point of the circle, and we have to just specify the length of the circle. Okay, like this. First, we have to select arc, then specify center point, specify first point, specify length. Let's talk about its very interesting and my favorite feature of arc, which is continue arc. For after clicking on this, we can continue any arc in this helical or any way. Again selected, again selected, we can make any type of arc, and it's very funny. But it's also using some mechanical objects to making some mechanical objects. Okay, so let's talk about this ellipse tool in AutoCAD. To make the ellipse tool, let's make the two axes, the major axis and minor axis. Our major axis will be of 20 units. This is the 20 unit, and our minor axis is of 10 units, so we will make 5 units here, 10 units here. Okay, so these are our axes. Let's make our ellipse from center. In this, we have to just specify the center, then we have to specify the major axis, and then we have to specify the minor axis. Or you can just specify the first specify the center, and then you can just specify the minor axis, and you can specify the major axis. Okay, so let's make it in a second option. With second option is axis and end. For this ellipse tool, it is the command box is prompting us to specify axis and point of ellipse. So we will specify it, and then we will also specify the second endpoint of the ellipse. Okay, then we will talk about this elliptical arc. So firstly, our command box is showing ellipse, specify axis endpoint of elliptical arc. So this is our axis endpoint of elliptical arc, and now it is showing specify other endpoint of axis. We will specify it, and this is showing specified distance to other axis. So this is our distance to other axis, and now our ellipse is formed. Okay, so let's move to the other tool, which is rectangle. We have these two options present here, the rectangle and a polygon. So firstly we will talk about rectangle. After selecting the rectangle, the command box is prompting us to specify the first corner. So we will simply click anywhere on this drawing area. So this is our first point, and now it is prompting us to specify other corner point in the drawing area. So we will specify other corner point, and this is our simple rectangle. And now we will talk about in how many ways we can draw a rectangle. Okay, firstly let's select the rectangle. It is specify us for for the first corner point of the rectangle. So we will simply click anywhere on this drawing area. Let's click here. To make a rectangle of your desired dimensions, simply type at, then type the length of rectangle which you want. I want 30, so I am just writing 30 here and press comma here, and now we will press the width of the rectangle. We will press 40 and press enter. So this is our rectangle of length 30 units and width 40 units. Okay, let's erase it. Let's talk about polygon. Polygon is a closed geometry which consists minimum of three number of sides and maximum of infinite number of sides. You can make a polygon of minimum of three sides, which is a triangle, and maximum of 1024 sides in AutoCAD. I guess 1024 sides are more than enough for making any kind of polygon in AutoCAD. So the command line is prompting us to enter a number of sides here. We will select number of sides. Let's it's be 10. Press enter, and it's prompting us to specify the center point of polygon. So there are two options present here: inscribed in circle and circumscribed about circle. Inscribed in circle. In this, vertices of polygon will touch circumference of circle. Okay, and in circumscribed above circle, our polygon will make outside the circle, and midpoint of line segments of the circle touch the circumference of the circle. Let's make inscribed in a circle. Let's make a decagon inscribed in a circle. And now here we have it. So that case, our circle will be in vertices of this polygon. An imaginary circle is passing with one of the vertices of polygon, and to make we have to enter the radius of the circle within which the polygon is inscribed. So I will enter 20 as radius, and this is our decagon. So the circle which is passing through its vertices have the radius of 20 units. Now let's select polygon tool again and select number of sides. So let's select the polygon again and let's enter the side. I have selected 8. Here we can insert 8 and specify the center point. And we will choose scribed about circle. So instead of vertices, our cursor is now at the midpoint of the line segment, or you can say the cursor is in one of the side of the polygon. So now you can click anywhere to specify the size of the polygon, or you can also specify radius. So now with entering the radius of the circle, which is circumscribed about circle, so we will take its radius as 50. Press enter. Okay, one more method, and using that method you can make a polygon of its side length. So let's say that we know the length of this side of this polygon, and we want to make a cyclic polygon in such a way that all sides of the polygon are of that length. So for that you can select polygon tool, and now once again enter the number of sides, and let's say in this case we want to 6 as number of sides and press enter. Now specify the center of the polygon. You can simply click on the edge of the polygon. By clicking on edge option, we need to specify first point of the edge, so we will click here, and now we have to enter the second endpoint of the edge or edge length, and now let's type 10, then press enter. Now in this case we see that we were not required inscribed in circle or circumscribed about circle option. We simply entered the length of the edge and all edges of the same length, which is 10 unit. In this way you can make inscribed in circle or some circumscribed about circle or a polygon with a known value of its edge length. Thank you.